No matter where you are on your path, you belong here.
Not too bad.
You've got the power to take control over how you feel about yourself and to boost your self-esteem. Hi, friends. Well, today I want to talk to you about an experience that I just went through that I'm not feeling too good about. For those that have followed me for a while, watched my videos, whatnot, a lot of you know that I've been doing a lot of personal development, personal growth that has to do with not only accepting who I am as a person, accepting being born with a cleft played into the kind of person that I became. But something happened today that, gosh, just made me feel that, or made me question if any of this is actually working. So when I was young, growing up, I always kind of felt like the more layers I put up in between myself and the outside world, the less hurt that I would encounter. But a byproduct of that was I would tend to go on the offensive or react to a otherwise, benign situation with aggression. And I'm not exactly sure why. Um, well, I think I do know why. It's because I was thinking that, well, if I, cut someone off at the knees with my words, then they certainly wouldn't come back at me and be able to hurt me with theirs. And so, no matter really what the situation, that was just my default. My go to was to respond back with, yeah, like I said, aggression, with harsh words, with kind of the attitude that, well, I'll get you first so you can't get me. And something happened today where I had that same kind of reaction to a situation that it didn't warrant that. It didn't require that of me at all. And I was an asshole. And it's almost like in the moment, I didn't even realize that that's what I was doing. It was just instinctual for me to engage with this other person in an aggressive way when it didn't even call for it. Not even the tiniest bit. And after it was over, I was pissed off at myself. Now, I will say, I did go and apologize to this person, which is something I would not have done when I was younger. So I guess that's positive, that maybe some of this personal development and growth stuff is working. But man, am I ever going to not have that first instinct that when anybody says anything to me that for some reason I perceive as a threat, even when it's not, my first instinct is to hit back harder. Thankfully, this person was receptive to my apology, even though they didn't really have to be. And it's not like I cursed anybody out or anything like that, but my reaction to them, I'm sure, hurt them deeply and upset them, to say the least. So, I don't know. I thought maybe by sharing this with you all, maybe some of you may have done the same thing, may do the same things, maybe have moments where you're like, is any of this growth that I'm doing actually taking hold? Because to be honest, I felt pretty disheartened that it's in me to react that way. In my head, I know that all the work that I've done has helped me become a better person. But it hurt my heart today, I suppose, to still have that, I don't know, little girl inside of me that thinks that people would rather, well, that people are looking to come at her with negativity or threats, when that just really isn't the case at all. So I suppose it's just really, I'm learning there's more work to do. This stuff doesn't end. And because I'm sure many of you know it's not in the big celebrations, the big accomplishments that some of the biggest growth happens. It's in these downtimes. It's in these times where we're forced to look at ourselves in the mirror, check our behavior, because it isn't always flattering, it isn't always pretty, and it isn't always how we want to respond. So, there you have it. I have a feeling this is going to stick with me for a little bit, but I want to use it as an opportunity to grow and look for other ways that I can teach myself to respond in a way that is not that, not what I did today. So, I hope all of you are having maybe a little bit better of a day than I am. I'm going to do my best to turn it around. And I guess if you want to share, I'd love to hear from you. Um, Maybe we can support each other in some of these lower moments when we need to pick ourselves up and just try to do better.